What's going on, y'all boys? This is 2J2 Sports coming back at y'all with another video. And today, I'm going to be sharing my Thanksgiving NFL game picks. Now, first off, we got the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions in Detroit, Michigan. Obviously, an indoor stadium, so weather's not going to be too much of a factor there. Give me the Houston Texans. Give me the Houston Texans to win by a minimum of 2 scores.
All right, y'all boys, hold on. That was a bit of a reach. I'm not gonna say 2 scores because let's be honest, that was pretty disrespectful. I say 7 to 10 points. All right, back to the video.
Why I say that? You're the Detroit Lions, right? There's no reason why you have a veteran quarterback and get shut out by PJ Walker, a man that just came out of the XFL. I might add, he threw 2 picks in that game and still beat you. So defense was not the problem in that game. Obviously, you held the Panthers to only 20 points. Like, defense wasn't the problem, man. Whoever's like calling plays, or if it's the offensive coordinator, whether it's the offensive line, I don't know what the problem's going on in Detroit, because they was looking good in these first couple of weeks, but they're starting to on a decline. But I go with the Houston Texans, man. As far as the Texans go, they're slowly putting back together the pieces that Bill O'Brien left that team in, left the organization in. Their offense is starting to look a little bit better. Obviously, Deshaun Watson is still putting up numbers without Hopkins. Even all those speed-based receivers, he's starting to like learn how to play with those guys. So yeah. But don't get me wrong, man. Houston's defense is still bad. They almost choked. They didn't even almost choke. Cam Newton just underthrew the Hail Mary. Anyway, we're not talking about that. Houston's defense is still bad, but the Lions' offense is still worse. So, yeah. Texans beating the Lions. Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington No Names. Cowboys. Okay, well, I said Cowboys. Normally that rivalry between Washington and Dallas is always like close, and it's always like, it's always a split, almost always a split. Since Washington defended their home turf and beat Dallas, that Dallas will do the same thing. Andy Dalton had a better game than he's normally been having as starter, being that Dak Prescott with his injury. CeeDee Lamb is also a grown man, so that should be fun to watch. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Dallas for the sheer fact that Washington only has a D line, and that's about it. Also, to avoid awkward family conversations on Thanksgiving. Oh man. But yeah, Cowboys by a touchdown or less. Nothing more. Now to the final game, the game of the night that everybody's really waiting for. The Baltimore Ravens in Pittsburgh to go against my beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. We have no reason to lose to these dudes. We have no excuse losing to these dudes, bro. Number one, the majority of their offensive linemen is hurt. The offense hasn't looked that good. I don't know. I think it's the play calling, bro. It's got to be the play calling. Because I've sat down and watched a couple plays, like a Titan-Ravens game, and there's certain calls. I'm just like, you did this in that situation? What are you doing, buddy? But, before I forget, before it slips my mind, a couple of Ravens players did test positive for COVID-19. So I believe that their facility was shut down today. Their facility was shut down today. So they didn't practice. Everything they did was like on Zoom or digital or whatever. And I'm like, they probably went over the plays or whatever. But it's just like, we had a full week of practice when they had like 2 to 3 days to practice. So short week on both team sides, but still we have no business losing to the Ravens. Obviously, I'm not trying to discredit them. I'm just saying that they're short-handed and have a disadvantage because they don't have all of their days to prepare. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is still like one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL. Obviously, what are they on, a 3-game skid? 2-game skid? What did they do? They lost to the Titans and they lost to the Patriots. 2 3-game skid. They're pretty upset about us going in their crib and beating them. So they looking to exact a little bit of revenge. Y'all gotta remember, we beat them. When we beat them, it was like, what was it, a 12 o'clock game? It was a 12 o'clock game. And it was like 8 to 9 other teams playing. Like, this, like right here, this is like prime time. This is like in front of the entire world. Cowboys fans gonna be watching. Texans fans, Washington fans, Lion fans. Basically everybody that like played earlier and all the other teams that play later that Sunday are gonna be watching. So if we go out here and lay a goose egg, everybody's gonna see it. But also if we, prevail and pull through and prove to 11-0, people are also gonna see it. They actually give us the respect that we deserve, and so people can stop seeing the worst undefeated team or whatever kind of excuse that they come up with. So, like I say, every time we play this team, I always try not to get ahead of myself. I try not to say, oh, we're gonna whip these dudes. They're having a bad season. Because you remember when remember that year, 2015, when the Ravens went 5-11. Guess who those 2 of those 5 wins came against? Us. Later we will go on to the divisional round of the playoffs. So at the end of the day, they ended up having nothing to play for that season but to foil our chances of making the playoffs. So stepping down our seed or whatever. But still, man, this is just a great rivalry overall. I'm rambling. Anyway, that's all I had to say, man. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe, comment, do all that. Peace.